This is a video about home hemodialysis. I hope the light's not too bad. I don't really have good lighting, just the sun coming through the windows. But anyways, I just want to shoot out to some people that maybe might be thinking about home dialysis or worried about it. But let me tell you, it's the best thing that's happened to me since I've had my kidney failure and my kidney problems. So I'm only 48 years old, but you know, I need a transplant. My kidneys are bad. And so basically now I'm doing dialysis. Well, I don't have to go to a clinic, and you know, I've heard horror stories about that. And luckily with me, I started a little bit different. Most people, as a matter of fact, everybody I've talked to that does home hemo, they say they started out in a clinic and then they eventually went to home hemo. For me, they trained me, I went straight to it. When I went for my training, I went straight to the home hemo training, you know, got my home hemo nurse. Whenever you start home hemo, you'll get a dedicated nurse, and then of course your nephrologist that's on the, you know, dialysis site or whatever. I go in to see him once a month. I do my labs myself. You know, I pretty much do everything myself. I'll go into more about, you know, that kind of stuff and the processes and everything in another video. This one, I just want to give you kind of a, you know, a big, quick overview, just to let you know that it's not as scary as people think. You know, this might help you decide whether you want to do it or not. I've just heard a ton of horror stories about in-center. You only go 3 times a week, so they take off a lot of fluid. You leave tired, you know, groggy. I just heard this is a lot of horror stories about it. Well, this one I do 4 days a week, usually Monday and Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and off Saturday and Sunday. So that's not that bad. 4 days a week, you know, 3 hours treatment, you know, a half-hour setup, a half hour to break it down and start the new batch for the next day. You know, it takes maybe 4 hours total. You know, I have help. I'll talk more about help and my care partner in another video and things like that. But here's just a quick overview. I'll show you my room, the way I got everything set up, and you know, just how easy and comfortable it is. I mean, it's very comfortable doing this in my own home. You know, I control what time I want to do it. I control, you know, just about every aspect of it, you know, except for my prescription, which is entered in here. Let me show you this. This is my cycler. Of course, you can see I'm doing the treatment right now, and that's what that noise is. Click, click, click. That's actually the cycler, you know, moving the blood through here. This is my arterial. Let me change this back. Okay, here you go. This is a little bit better. You can see how I'm in the chair. I mean, I'm so comfortable. I'm in this medical chair that lays back and everything. But you know, I'm sure I paid a fortune for it, you know, through insurance and everything. But anyways, just let me show you a little bit about everything. There's my cycler. I put all my information in there, my prescription, and in another video, I'll go into details about all of this and what the different parts are. But basically, here's my room setup. It's kind of tight, but I have everything I need. You know, my bathroom's right there that I can use if I have to, even while I'm on treatment, which I try not to do, but sometimes if I have to urinate, I still do that sometimes. But anyways, I use that rarely when I'm hooked up, but you know, if I'm vomiting or something I need, I will. Okay, so right there is my, when I do my labs, I stick it in that and it spins it. I'm not exactly sure what's called a spinner, or I don't know the technical term, but anyways, that's my blood spinner that I use. I got my TV, my Xbox, all that right there. You know, I got some supplies up there for the next batches and all that stuff. Of course, my clothes and everything. Like I said, it's real tight. Let me put this down and show you. I have my trash bin there. When I set up, I put a little trash right here. I got that hooked up there. My iPad's there that has everything on it. I put my vitals in. I have my Gatorade there, or water. Gatorade is high in phosphorus, but as long as I take my binders, my numbers are good every month, so I'm still able to drink that. But it is really high in phosphorus, so be careful. It's not recommended to drink Gatorade. But that's about the only thing I can drink, so I drink that and a little bit of water. I'm sure people will be haters about this one, but the only bad thing about home hemo is, you know, I'm hooked up to this, and there's probably about 6 feet of you know, tubing here. But I mean, you can't really get up and go that far. I can't really do anything. I have it taped right here against my arm, so in case I jerk something or whatever, it you know, it won't pull out. But that's really what you have to be careful is those needles coming out while you're during treatment, because basically that vein that they made for my needles is turned into be like an artery, and the blood will just gush out, like it'll shoot clear across the room. So you have to be really careful about that. But back to what I was saying about this, you know, a lot of people might be haters on this, but you know, I feel really vulnerable, and that's one of the bad things about home hemo. Like I said, you know, maybe not for some people, but for me, I just feel really vulnerable doing it, and that makes me feel a lot better right there, because if something did happen, which I'm sure is very rare, maybe like winning the lottery or something, you know, maybe even worse than that. But you know, if something does, at least I'm on a semi-even playing field. You know, I mean, yeah, I can't move around, I can't do anything, but if something happens, somebody comes in my house and starts taking stuff or come in to mess with me, I mean, you know, it just makes me feel better. So back to showing you everything. Here is my supplies, and it all fits into this. One thing I think we got from Walmart, I think my wife did, and you know, we got a little bit of the stuff that I use a lot right on top that's, you know, covered, and you know, Q-tips, Band-Aids, I forget what they call that, a tourniquet. Yeah, the tourniquet that you use when you're putting your needles in. My antiseptic stuff that you clean your arm with, and gloves, and I got masks. I got everything right here. Everything is, you know, so convenient. So basically that's it. I'll talk more about the details, you know, about the prescriptions and you know, how everything works in a later video. But I just wanted to kind of touch bases with everybody and let you know, home hemo is really not that bad. I mean, the only downside that I can think of is just that I feel vulnerable. But like I said, back to that, as long as I have a weapon near me, I mean, I'm you know, I feel a lot better. Like I said, a lot of people probably won't like that, but it is what it is, and it makes me feel good enough to do it by myself, so I'm going to keep those near me. But if anybody has any questions or wants to just reach out to me and talk about home hemo, I've been doing it since October of 2017. I've had a few little incidents, but nothing major. Never had to, like, you know, go to the hospital or have the ER come and get me for anything. Only the major incidents might be like, you know, like if I mess up my needle or it yanks out, or, you know, blood just goes out everywhere, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's nothing you can't handle. You can handle almost everything. When I first started, I was really nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first couple treatments that I did by myself at home, I was super nervous, but I did it, and I fell back on my training on everything, and I just, you know, training. When you start, you'll go to the center and your nurse will start training you, and you'll do your treatments there for around 30 days. They want you to do that because that's usually the time it takes people, the average person, to train. But I just want to let you know that don't leave until you're comfortable. But another thing, your nurse is always available. I mean, mine's available almost any time. I'll just text her, and I'm not sure if that is a what do you call it? If that's if they're supposed to do that or whatever. Maybe I just have a special nurse, but I mean, she's really sweet. I have her number. I can text her anytime. I try not to, you know, blow her up or anything like that, but it's there if you need it. And plus, NxStage itself, that does the cycler and all, they have an 800 number you can call, and they will answer anything. They will help you walk through anything. If I ever have problems and they need to send me a new machine, or, I mean, just anything, they next day it. I mean, everything's super fast. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with everything. I was a little bit worried at first, you know, but I mean, I'm in my bedroom. You know, I can do my treatment at my own time, anytime I want to. You know, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, and, you know, when I get done with this, I'll go and take a shower because I'm right here. I mean, you just can't beat it. You know, and plus, like I said, 4 days a week instead of 3. When I'm doing 4 days a week, I can take off less water each time. And then, and by doing it 4 days a week, you're treating your kidneys or your body more like your natural kidneys do. So that's one reason why a lot of people, you know, when they do home hemo, they just feel so much better. You know, you'll have your energy back like you normally do. There's just so many pluses, and I can't think of hardly any negatives, except for, like I said, I kind of feel vulnerable, hooked up, but you know, when I have those over there, it's I'm even the playing field. So to be honest with you, I can't really think of a negative. So I hope this helps some people. If you have any questions, like I said, let me know. I'm just rambling on, so I'm gonna get off of here. I'll try to make better videos in the future and, you know, be straight to the point, and I'll talk about the cycler and just all the different components so you can see that it's really not that scary. I appreciate everybody watching this, and share it to your family or your friends or anybody that might be going to dialysis, or, you know, thinking about dialysis, or their doctors tell them they're going to need it soon. Talk to them about the home hemo. If they're not scared of needles, then it's the best, you know, best way to do it, best treatment in the world. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the needles aren't that bad. Once you get your buttonholes made up, yeah, they're 18 gauge, but it's not that bad. And like I said, I'll go over all that in the future. But thank you very much for watching this. See you later.